Hi, my name's Alysson and welcome to Art Online at Chrysalis. Now for this session, we're going to need pencil, paper, eraser, and a ruler, but the ruler is kind of optional depending on how straight you want your lines to be. So today we're going to be working on our first portrait. I chose, some people might recognize this guy, he's John Lennon. So this is a rather famous portrait, so I thought it would be a good place to start. And John Lennon has a pretty simple but distinct face, so hopefully that will work to our advantage. So the first thing that I always do to start a portrait is to create guidelines. So I've just done one straight line down the middle of the face to create symmetry, and then have one through the eyes, one through the nose, where the nostrils will be, and then one where the mouth is. So the first thing I have on my paper is I've already added these lines. Now I didn't use a ruler, they came out pretty straight. If you have difficulty making straight lines, you could use a ruler or not, and that could create some stylistic elements as well, which I think is really cool. So just based on your personal preference, I guess you can add stuff. Now you can see I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm kind of starting to plot shapes, so I'm actually going to go back and show you what that's going to look like on the original. So I've used the teal crayon to kind of show where I want the shapes to be. Obviously the big glasses are going to be a shape, as well as I usually do a face with two circles so that I can connect them where the jawline is. And I'll show you what that looks like in the drawing. So I'm just kind of finishing up the shapes. So I've done this, those two circles, and then I'm filling in kind of where the nostrils are on the drawing. And if you realize that your lines aren't really in the right place, or I'm sort of realizing that my lines are a little wonky, so I'll probably go back and fix that. Luckily, I have the advantage of I already did all this stuff, so I had another one ready to go on the next line. So I'm just going to reconnect the jawline with the two circles, and then sort of this is about as far as I want to go with like an outline, just because I don't want it to get too detailed. Now this is kind of where the outline should be. So as you can see, I've just got the eyes and the nose, the mouth, and kind of the general position of where the eyes are and the inside the glasses. Obviously, if you're not working with a face that has glasses on, you don't have to worry about the glasses. And then the face is framed by the hair. So what I'm doing on this one is I'm just drawing the lines back to kind of show you where the guidelines are positioned and kind of how the shapes are plotted out from backwards moving forward. So I've got that dot where the chin is done, and then I have that first circle which ends around where the mouth begins, and then the second circle is basically so that I can find where the chin is going to be in relationship to where the mouth is and get dimension from there. Now after that, this is kind of what a finished product looks like. So obviously I've taken time to add texture to the hair and to the face, and that's something I'm going to be covering more in later videos and portraits. So today we covered guidelines, anchoring, shapes, and outlines.